Hi skyscrapers, I miss you guys. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you're being safe. I'm going to share a lot of things with you today quickly, but we are going to be learning about art museums, and I'm going to show you how to make a little mini art gallery like this, and then I've got another project that'll be better for the younger kids. First of all, let me just start by encouraging you guys to really keep making art while you're at home. This could be a great thing to help you relax and also improve your art skills. So you can do lots of things. You can draw all kinds of things. You can draw from your memories, you can draw from your imagination, you can draw from observation, which means you are looking at something and drawing it. So you can find anything around your house that you think's interesting to look at and draw. You could even draw your reflection, do a self-portrait. You could find some things outside that are interesting to draw, little leaves and plants and flowers if you have a safe backyard to go in. And whatever art you do at home, please send your pictures to me. So take a picture of it, send it to me. I would love to see what you're creating at home, and I'd love to put it on my website. So I'm going to share my web address with you. It is dte-art.weebly.com. So you can go there, and there's a link to my email. So you can email me pictures, and I'm going to take the pictures you send and I'm going to post it on the page that says DTE Art. So we'll make a slideshow of the pictures that you guys are sending me from home, so we can all share with each other. So check out my website too for ideas for art that you can make. So there's a blog page that has different lessons that you can do while you're at home. Some of them use very simple materials that you can find around your house. So remember to take those pictures and send them to me. On my website, there is also a links page. And on the links page, you're going to find all kinds of cool art stuff. Other websites that have guided drawings or museums that you can check out. Since we're learning about museums for this project, I'd really like for you to check out some of the museums on that website before you start this art project. So I'm going to go ahead now and show you how to make your own little gallery. So for this project, you will need a piece of paper. This is just regular printer paper, some scissors, a pencil, and then something to color with. And I just use markers and a Sharpie for the outlines. And you can use either glue or tape to attach it together. So first of all, let's go over a few terms about museums. First of all, a museum is a place where art is stored and displayed, and it's usually a building, but there are also virtual museums online. Then there's other types of museums as well. There are science museums and history museums that have artifacts from those subjects. Okay, a gallery is it can be a room in a museum. So a museum might have several different galleries in it, and in those different galleries, there may be art that has different styles or different subjects. So museums are organized sometimes that way. So a curator is a person that is in charge of the display and the care of the artwork in the museum. So curators research art, and they choose art that goes in the different galleries, and they try to organize the art by different themes or time periods or things like that. Okay, so before you actually start this project, really try to spend some time looking at some museums online and try to get an idea for your gallery. So we want to have the art should have something in common, whether it's a certain style, like I did pop art for mine, which is a style of art that was popular during, it started during the 1950s, and it was based on things from popular culture, things you would find in the grocery store, comic strips, cartoon characters, movie stars. So that's one style of art. So you may find a style that you really like that you want to show in your museum, or you could pick a certain subject that you want to show. Maybe you want to have a museum that has just pictures of animals or just landscapes. That would be okay too. So you're going to take your paper and you're going to fold it in half this way. Put a good crease in it. All right, and then you're going to fold it in half this way. So fold, open, and then fold the other way, open it back up. So you've got your 4 parts here. We are going to cut up this crease here to the middle of the paper. Okay, so these 2 parts here are going to be your museum walls, and these parts are going to be the floor. So you can kind of see how it comes together like that. So on your walls here, you're going to make your 2-dimensional art. So that's your flat art. So you can take a ruler or another straight edge and you can trace, I've done one here, you can trace those rectangles on the walls there. And inside these rectangles, you're going to make your 2-dimensional art. So that's just the flat art that hangs on the walls. So you're going to draw, you can draw with pencil and then you can add color to it. And after you have finished drawing and coloring your 2-dimensional art, you're ready to put your museum together. So you can just fold it like that, and you can see how we make the walls and the floor. And you can put a little glue or a little tape right there and hold it together. And if you want, you can trim these little extra pieces off here. And then you don't have to really do anything else, but for mine, I added a construction paper, green construction paper for the floor. You could also just color your floor. And I use this dot pattern since I was doing a pop art museum, and these dot patterns that were on the old comic strips showed up in a lot of the pop art. And then if you want, you can make some 3-dimensional art, so a sculpture for your museum. You can do this with anything you might have to make 3-dimensional art. So if you have modeling clay, that would work. You could even use something like Legos to build a sculpture. And I used paper, so you can make a paper sculpture too. There are different ways you can fold paper, roll it up, to make different kinds of paper sculptures. So I did a little paper sculpture by just decorating my paper and then rolling it up and taping it together like that. So this is another idea, and this is a really good one for younger kids. You would just be making a gallery wall. If you can, try to read the book Dr. Seuss's Horse Museum. It's available at the Memphis Public Library. You can get the Kindle edition, and in that book, there are a lot of, it's an imaginary museum about horses. And there are a lot of pictures of art throughout history, but the subject of all of the art is horses. So there's 2-dimensional art, flat art that's hanging on the walls, but also sculptures. But all of them show horses in different ways. So you would pick one subject. So I chose flowers, but you could pick whatever subject you want. If you really like cats, you can make a cat museum. So think of things that you like that you would like to show in your art. And you're going to start by just drawing some rectangles on a piece of paper. Probably 3 or 4 or 5 is plenty. And then in those rectangles, you're going to, well, first of all, you want to decorate your rectangles maybe and make some fancy frames like I did here. And then inside those frames, you're going to create your art. So you'll draw your pictures of whatever subject you chose and try to think of different ways that you could draw that same subject. Okay, so that is another idea for the younger kids. And you guys make sure that you send me pictures of your art. I'd love to see your art and I'd love to share it.